Hello guys, welcome to the latest episode of Big Trip, and today I am at Perth, located on the junction of the Highland Main Line. Well, it's the start of it if you like. Oh, it's really cold up here. This is quite far north now, really we've gone. So today here at Perth you'll be seeing services by ScotRail. The train you can see here is 158736. This will probably be forming a service to Edinburgh. I'm not too sure where or what it's doing right now though. I think it's probably going to be doing Edinburgh, but I have to double check on that. This station is rather big. It's got a big canopy. We've got to have a look into it because I'm only on platform 7 at the moment. The train you just saw was 158722 and 17406. The last train you saw at Stirling with the 1315 ScotRail service. Oh, it's cold. Service to Inverness from Stirling. Starting at Stirling due to the engineering works at Glasgow Queen Street, which you saw in the video when I filmed there recently. I'm actually here later than planned. Funny story. So got to Stirling, I finished filming at Stirling. I went to go buy some lunch. 12:08 service to Aberdeen, which was HST, was on the platform. Let's say just before 12:06. So I was at the barrier. Ticket got rejected, and I had to show the barrier staff. He wasn't really paying attention until he turned around until he saw it. Let me through. The train went off at 12:06 and didn't leave at 12:08 as it was advertised. So I missed it, and it wasn't even my fault that I missed it. So a very big, unfortunately, as much as the trains are incredible, the electric multiple units, the diesel units, they're all brilliant. The HSTs are quite nice to see. I am writing a complaint into them. But that is grounds surely for delay repay. If it isn't, then I'll be really surprised. But anyway, enough of that. We are here now, and we are going to film. It is a bit later than planned, unfortunately, so it means that I may not be able to fit in the third station that I was going to do today, but we'll see. Might be able to, but I'm not going to dwell on that too much. So if you do check out any more some updates on trips and posts, please do check out my Facebook group, the link's in the description. And without further ado, let's see what's up here, shall we? Let's get started here at Perth. Enjoy the video. Okay, train approaching now is going to be the delayed 1316 ScotRail service from Aberdeen to Glasgow Queen Street, which is 17429. There's that one. We'll see it go out in a minute. Okay, departing now is going to be the delayed 1316 ScotRail service to Glasgow Queen Street from Aberdeen. Looking very busy as well, actually. Okay, approaching in now is the 1341 ScotRail service from Glasgow Queen Street to Aberdeen. 43175. Departing now is the 1341 ScotRail service to Aberdeen from Glasgow Queen Street. 3 43143. Calling it Dundee, Arbroath, Montrose, Stonehaven and Aberdeen. That one. There it goes to Aberdeen. Just a quick update for you guys in terms of filming as well. And the other station I was going to do today was, once I filmed at Stirling and Perth, I was then going to go back into Glasgow and film Motherwell. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because of the incident that's happened with ScotRail today. I've also got to go and pack because tomorrow I am on the move, moving to my next accommodation for the next night. So I need to get packed, get sorted, because tomorrow's filming trip involves me taking my suitcase with me. So I'm going to need to make sure I get all that sorted. But everything else has been very, very successful so far. I've not had a single problem, you know, touch camera. I can't touch wood because there's no wood here. But, oh yes there is, look. See my hand? Done it. So yeah, touch wood. So, but yeah, hopefully nothing will go wrong for my next, because I've got 4 more stations to film after this. So hopefully they all go fine. You'll find out what they are in due course. I'm not going to go into what they are until each and every video is out. You'll know the next one once I do my outro. But what else? Yeah. So the update really is that I'm going to spend a bit of time here, try and get as much as I can. This station is very quiet for a station that is so big. I'm really amazed at how quiet it is and how big the station is and how magnificent it is. It's literally like a quiet Preston. That's what I think Perth is. It's the Scottish Preston, except it's not even the Scottish Preston, because Preston's much busier than this. But yeah, it's certainly the quiet Preston, I'm going to call it. Otherwise, yeah, so I don't think Motherwell will be filmed, but I'm not too fussed on that because Motherwell is, I did it last time I was here, so I'm not really that fussed. But I'll do the rest that I've said I'll do, what I haven't really said. You'll find out soon. Okay, train approaching, and now is going to be a terminating ScotRail service from Edinburgh Waverley. It's 158729.
This includes the use of e-cigarettes and vape routers. If you wish to smoke, please leave the station. Thank you.
That's 158729, terminating in from Edinburgh. Right, passing through now, we've got 66423. May not be able to film all this, I want to go see the Edinburgh service leave as well. Oh no, it's not too bad. See if I can find out where that's going from and to as well. Yeah, that is from Grangemouth to Aberdeen, that one, this freight. It's got the old Asda price, blimey. Very very old wagons. Well, there that one goes anyway. Okay, departing now is going to be the 1400 ScotRail service to Edinburgh. It is 158736. And that's calling at Ladybank, Markinch, Kirkcaldy, Inverkeithing, Edinburgh Gateway, Haymarket and Edinburgh Waverley. So there goes that one, heading to Edinburgh from starting here at Perth. Goes right down into the scenic distance down there where there's a bunch of Network Rail workers also working. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the 1417 ScotRail service to Glasgow Queen Street from Aberdeen, which is 170-430. Short formed one again, it was meant to be a HST this one apparently. See this one go out in a minute. Okay, the front out there is 170-430, that's the 1417 ScotRail service from Aberdeen to Glasgow Queen Street, which calls it Stirling and Glasgow Queen Street. And again, it was short form. There seems to be a lot of this in Scotland, where, because obviously the ScotRail HSCs are running, but they seem to be short formed. So this morning, as I told you about the 158, that's another example there, because on RTT it said diesel locomotive, which would mean HST, because they've updated the diagrams and everything, but still, it was 170. Because if it was 170 or 158, it would book itself an RTT saying Class 158 Express Sprint to DMU, but it said diesel locomotive, which would suggest HST booked. So yeah, I think it was short formed. And the next hour one is as well, but that one I'm getting on, so fun, see how busy it is. Don't think it'll be too bad, but yeah, we've still got a couple more trains to go. This station is probably the calmest station in Scotland I've probably filmed so far, and I like that. I don't dislike it at all. I think this is a lovely place, but I'll give my full opinion when I finish the video. Okay, 158729 is now moving up. Presumably because it's not actually needed until 5 to 5 this afternoon now. Well, there it goes anyway. Didn't expect that, but there you go. No idea where it's going, but it's gone. Hopefully it comes back. It's going to need to come back. Okay, so 158729 is now coming back onto platform 2, presumably now to strengthen up the Aberdeen service. I think it is as well, so something else is going to be the 1655 to Edinburgh. So, just to give you guys another update, we've got an update for you. There is no train arriving. 158729 is the 1440 to Aberdeen, as the 170, presumably, that was meant to come, has had a train fault. So, I just looked that up on real-time trains. So this train has been cancelled between Glasgow, Queen Street and Perth due to a problem with the train. So that's where 158729 comes in. So now that's doing Perth to Aberdeen. We'll see it go out in a minute. Okay, departing now is going to be the 1440 ScotRail service, now starting here to Aberdeen, which is 158729. So now there's nothing to form the 1655 to Edinburgh. Okay, next train to arrive is the 1450 ScotRail service from Edinburgh to Inverness, which is formed of 17408. There's this one coming in now. See this one going? Okay, the party now is going to be the 1450 ScotRail service to Inverness from Edinburgh Waverley. So there goes that one, heading over to Inverness from Edinburgh. Okay, so just before the final train of this video arrives, I'm going to give you guys a question of the video. And the question of the video is, can you name I would say a station that acts as a passing loop on the Highland Main Line. Now, if you know the Highland Main Line, I'll basically tell you what it is if you don't know. It's the line between here and Inverness. Can you name a station? I'm not asking about track side. I'm going to ask a station. So when I say passing loop, it basically means that if a train is delayed, then and two trains are meant to meet each other at that station, if one gets delayed, the other train has to wait for it to turn up in order to then carry on because there's no signal. So basically the question I have is, can you name a station that basically has that system that goes on with it, acts as a passing loop, as it's called. So it's a good question. You have to know I think you probably have to know your stations to know what acts as a passing loop and what doesn't. Don't take wild guesses, have a look into it, because you may be wrong if you say it and just think it's correct. Anyway, let's film the last train. Ironically, it is from Inverness to Edinburgh, and apparently, according to RTT, it says diesel locomotive, so it could well be a HST. I'm certainly hoping so, but because everything's been so short form today, I'm not holding out. But, you know, you wouldn't blame me really, would you? after, you know, having like 2 other trains that have already been short formed and a cancelled Aberdeen service turning into a 158 when it was meant to be a 170. So quite interesting developments, let's say. But yeah, let's wait for this last train to turn up and then we'll film that one go and then I'll finish. Okay, approaching now is the 1507 ScotRail service from Inverness to Edinburgh, and it is a HST. Goodness me, it stops all the way up there. Alright then, fine. Thought it stopped down here, but it stops up there. Okay, well there it is anyway. That's the 1507 from Inverness to Edinburgh. I think we'll go up and get a closer look at it. I'll update you when I'm nearby. Okay, departing now is the 1507 ScotRail service from Inverness to Edinburgh, which calls up to Ladybank, Markinch, Kirkcaldy, Inverkeithing, Edinburgh Gateway, Haymarket and Edinburgh. 43140 is at the front, 43150 will be at the rear then. So that one is 43150 at the rear of that one. And as that one does go out, I'm going to finish the video from Perth here. Just going to walk up here real quick so I can get up to the vantage point. Plus I never like talking in the canopies because it's really echoey. So thanks for watching this video from Perth, guys. If you have liked what you've seen, please like and subscribe. Please do leave any comments because I'll get back to them as and when I can, and any recommendations are welcome, so please do leave those in the comments as well. This station has been lovely. I've got no complaints against the station. I think it is quiet. I think there are big gaps in terms of trains, but I think it still is worth a film here because it's very, very big. It's got a lot of trains. You just have to maybe wait about 26. Probably the most is probably about 20 to 25 minute waits sometimes, but it's not actually that bad because the trains that turn up are good, so it's well worth the wait. It's been an eventful little station. Well, I say little, it's very big. It's an eventful big station with obviously the 158 having to fill in for a 170, the couple of HSTs, the freight as well, which was unexpected. It's very, very good. Very, very much enjoyed station, and I would recommend Perth, definitely. So we come to the sort of ending stages of my holiday, as we've got 4 stations left. The next station for me is Dundee, so I will see you there. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and see you at Dundee. This time Dundee for sure. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Goodbye.